Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Brett Fouts.
And I'm Alice Estes. Thank you for joining us.
Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. Eagle Eye TV has done a great job. Welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6.
We are just having a great time here in Auburn, Alabama. The party is not over yet.
Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
The brand new and improved AU Access is officially live as of yesterday. The new interface allows for full customization. However, the release was met with some pushback from Auburn students.
Some students claim that before, AU Access was simple and effective, with information easily accessible. Some see the new design as overcomplicated and unnecessary. For more information on how to navigate the new webpage, visit aub.ie/new AU Access or contact the IT service desk.
All hands and paws are in at Care Humane Society. Both local residents and Auburn students alike volunteered time and resources to the organization.
Eagle Eye reporter Ben Bradfield brings us the latest.
Care Humane Society is providing a variety of services for both the campus and local communities, including pet adoption and reduced price spay and neuter services designed for low-income households. The Society notes that a large number of Auburn University students are taking advantage of these affordable services to care for their pets responsibly.
A lot of our volunteers are college students. They do everything from helping with dishes and laundry, cuddling cats, walking dogs, helping with our off-site donation events. So yeah, Auburn University students have been a big benefit to our mission here.
Students are not only utilizing these resources, but understand the impact of these services.
I think it's great because animals are definitely very expensive, and I think when they cost so much money, it deters people from getting them, especially students. But being able to get those services probably helps a lot with not just those animals, but students' mental health.
The importance of these services is highlighted by the challenges many of these animals face before finding a stable home.
They're mistreated, and yet they come and they still have love to give. And so it's really amazing to have that animal evolve into a healthy, happy animal, and then to be able to find the right home for it.
More information on Care Humane Society services or how to volunteer can be found on their website at carehumane.org or via their phone number at 334-821-3222. Reporting to you live from Auburn, I'm Ben Bradfield.
Thanks, Ben. Auburn University's Department of Theater and Dance are setting the stage with a common theme this semester, resilience. The season will open with a production of Wellesley Girl this Thursday, followed by Ordinary Days on October 24th.
Tickets are free to all Auburn students. Fans of Harry Potter, rejoice. Last Thursday night, Auburn UPC invited students into the wizarding world of Harry Potter. Taking place last Thursday in the Melton Student Center, attendees of the movie marathon took a step into Diagon Alley. They were treated to Harry Potter-themed snacks such as pretzel wands and butterbeer. The first 100 students to arrive to the event were offered a free Harry Potter Build-A-Bear to dress up and represent their houses. After students got their snacks and butterbeer, it was time to sit down and watch the movie. We spoke to UPC Films Director Dagny D. Bardelabin to tell us what it takes to put on an event like this.
A little bit of planning and being here until about 2 o'clock today, hand cutting out all of the posters and graphics that I hung up inside the room. But it's done with love, and I had so much fun doing it.
We also spoke to Assistant Marketing Director Jessica Lambert about why UPC decided to put on this event.
So we decided to show the first Harry Potter movie because we know that really connects with a lot of kids and their inner child at heart.
A certain canned cowboy visited the Haley Concourse last week, bringing both the spirit of the Wild West and the spirit of giving. Beat Bama Food Drive celebrated National Country Music Day on Tuesday with their event Cowboy Canny on the concourse. A table was set up on the Haley concourse where students could swing by and grab some food, take pictures with the Beat Bama Food Drive mascot, and even attempt to lasso a barrel. The event intended to bring awareness to the Beat Bama Food Drive organization.
Yeah, so we're out here with BBFD. We're celebrating a National Country Music Day, bringing some awareness to the brand, to our food drive that starts October 4th.
The 31st annual Beat Bama Food Drive will take place from October the 4th through November the 21st. Last year, Auburn donated over 686,000 pounds of food. When we come back, you'll get a weather update for this week from Kensley Davis. You're watching Eagle Eye News at 6.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye TV. I'm Kensley Davis here with your weather update for the week here on the Plains. The sun came out in Jordan-Hare this weekend, peaking at a stubborn 90 degrees as the Tigers took on Arkansas in Jordan-Hare. And coming off this beautiful and sunny weekend, we see some high temperatures. Although it is officially fall, it seems like the summer heat will be sticking around as we started off this Monday with a beautiful sunny day topping the lower 90s. But the sun won't stick around for long because as we move into the latter of the week, we will see some rain come back in off the coast from Hurricane Helene. The good news for Auburn fans, though, it's a possibility for it to move on out before the Tigers take on Oklahoma back in Jordan-Hare this weekend. On your way to class, be sure to pack an umbrella, stay hydrated, and make sure you pray for some fall weather. I'm Kensley Davis, and we'll be right back.
It seems that every week another tragedy occurs here in the U.S. This September alone saw over 20 shootings across the nation.
Unfortunately, Birmingham, Alabama experienced the tragedy of a mass shooting this past weekend. 4 people were killed and 17 hospitalized after a shooting in Birmingham, Alabama late Saturday. It happened just after 11 p.m. in the 5 Points South area. Police say there were multiple shooters, each firing multiple shots. So far, a suspect has not been taken into custody. The Birmingham Police Department believed that the suspects were targeting a specific person from the crowd, one of the 4 who died.
As the residents of Birmingham are mourning the events of Saturday, children of Appalachia, Georgia, are beginning their own recovery. Today, students in Georgia began the process of returning to Appalachia High, where 2 14-year-old boys and 2 teachers were killed on September 4th.
The campus will open back up in phases. An open house today, classes resume Tuesday. As Tina Kim reports, while Appalachia's kids try to get back to normal routines, the nation is seeing a rise in school shooting threats.
Almost 3 weeks after the deadliest school shooting so far this year, the students of Appalachia High in Winder, Georgia, will return to the campus where 2 teachers and 2 students were gunned down. Their first names and photos fill the front page of the school's website, which also details how the kids will come back. An open house Monday. Classes resume on a half-day schedule Tuesday. Full classes set to start in mid-October. Counselors, therapy dogs, and more officers will be in place, while J Hall, where the killings took place, will be shut down for the rest of the school year. Student Armando Martinez said he's already been back for school practices.
It was hard even being there myself, given the fact that I was in that room where I was practicing, where I was in that room whenever it happened, and just to be in there in that moment, it was scary, but to know that we have a strong community.
That strong community seen on full display online. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson posted video of members of Appalachia's football team visiting the Atlanta set where he is currently working. But as Appalachia tries to move forward, the number of threats of school shootings have been on the rise across the nation. Reportedly, more than 24 children have been arrested for alleged threats. That includes in Florida. An 11-year-old now faces a felony for allegedly saying he would commit a mass shooting. The local sheriff issued this warning for future offenders.
Your little cherub, we're going to start publishing his face and doing perp walks with him when we take him into custody. And then we're going to show pictures of you, the parents.
I'm Tina Kim reporting.
Thanks, Tina. Yesterday, Speaker of the United States House of Representatives Mike Johnson proposed a new short-term spending bill. The new proposal would keep the government open through December 20th and provide $230 million for the U.S. Secret Service. Johnson called the continuing resolution bare bones and says it contains extensions that are, quote, absolutely necessary.
Johnson tried to pass a plan last week that funded the government through February, but the bill failed after most Democrats and a handful of Republicans rejected it. Johnson says he does not want a shutdown before the election. As it stands, the government will technically run out of money by the end of September. That wraps up our national news update.
When we return, you'll get an Auburn sports update with Sophia Weber. You're watching Eagle Eye News at 6.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Sophia Weber, back to give you a recap on all of the big stories that occurred in Auburn sports last week, right here on the Plains. Let's get right into it. Kicking things off with Auburn football, the team is still searching for a solution at the quarterback position. In a challenging SEC opener, the Tigers fell to the Arkansas Razorbacks 24-14. Starting quarterback Hank Brown struggled, throwing 3 interceptions in the first half. A fumble in the end zone by Dorian Mossey only compounded the issues. In the second half, Peyton Thorne took over and, despite throwing an interception of his own, led the offense to 2 touchdowns, both caught by Keandre Lambert-Smith, who rushed for an impressive 156 yards. On the defensive side, Kensley and Sylvester Smith each recorded their first career interceptions. This week, the Auburn Tigers return home to Jordan-Hare Stadium for a 2:30 p.m. matchup against the 15th-ranked Oklahoma Sooners. Over to women's sports, the Auburn women's soccer team had their 8-game shutout streak snapped in their SEC opener against Vanderbilt, where they gave up 2 goals. However, they quickly responded with scores from Dylan Driver and Sydney Thibodeau, resulting in a 2-2 tie. On Sunday, the Lady Tigers bounced back with a strong defensive performance against Florida, winning 1-0 thanks to a late goal from sophomore Jordan Crosby. The Lady Tigers are set to face Texas A&M on Thursday in their first road game of conference play. Lastly, Auburn volleyball had a successful week at the Alabama Showdown, winning all 3 matches against Samford, UAB, and South Alabama, dropping only 2 sets throughout the weekend, including a clean sweep of UAB. Notably, Bella Bell reached 500 career kills during the match against South Alabama. With an impressive record of 10-1, the Tigers are on a roll, heading into their first SEC match. They'll host Kentucky for an evening opener at 8 p.m. this Friday in Neville Arena. And that is all I have for you tonight. When we come back, you'll get a look at a new law making headlines in California, as well as a bizarre legal battle between a card game and a billionaire. I'm Sophia Weber for Eagle Eye Sports, and you are watching Eagle Eye News at 6. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. We'd like to close off the show tonight with some important news for the average citizen, starting with a new development in the fight against climate change.
California Governor Gavin Newsom signed into law Sunday a new measure that bans all plastic shopping bags at grocery stores. The state had already banned thin plastic shopping bags at supermarkets and other stores, but shoppers could buy bags made with a thicker plastic that were recyclable.
The new law will ban all plastic bags starting in 2026. One environmental group, Oceana, applauded the governor's decision, saying the new law will help protect the state's coastline, marine life, and communities from a key form of pollution. Very few of us love to sit down and talk about all the bad things that could happen to us, but the federal government says there's no time like the present to do so.
September is National Preparedness Month. FEMA wants you to start a conversation to be ready for the worst. Emily Schmidt has more on what to say and do in today's Consumer Watch.
It can be difficult when the sky is blue to picture it falling. But then you see what happened in coastal North Carolina just this week.
We've had reports of 14 to 20 inches in 12 hours.
Once in a 1,000-year rainfall event, yet this storm, potential Tropical Cyclone 8, didn't even qualify for a formal storm name.
If it rains at your home, it could flood at your home.
According to the Insurance Information Institute, natural catastrophe losses in 2022 in the U.S., including Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands, totaled $114 billion.
We always say prepare for the worst, hope for the best, that you'll never have to use any of this, but home inventories, evacuation plans are essential in preparedness for catastrophes.
The federal government has this checklist. Gather documents, photograph or scan, put in a waterproof container, from birth certificates to lists of medications to insurance policies. Know what your insurance covers and what it doesn't.
Otherwise, you could suffer a loss from a hurricane, a tornado, a wildfire, and you have a gap in coverage, meaning your home has been destroyed, you're not going to get enough money to replace it.
No season is safe from disasters, no time enough when they approach.
I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to leave my home. So I have.
The only guarantee, experts say, is there's time now to prepare and protect what you have as much as possible. For Consumer Watch, I'm Emily Schmidt.
Thank you, Emily. In a strange turn of events, a company known for its adult party game is suing SpaceX founder Elon Musk.
Cards Against Humanity bought land in Brownsville, Texas, near the U.S. and Mexican border in 2017 to protect the area from the government possibly building a border wall there. And it is accusing Musk of allowing his SpaceX employees to trespass and damage the land. The lawsuit says contractors recently removed some of the greenery on the property and placed gravel over the soil to make the space available for SpaceX vehicles to park and work. The company is suing Musk for $15 million. So far, no comment from Musk. We're out of time, but for more Auburn news, head over to our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, and check out our social media pages. I'm Brett Fouts.
And I'm Alice Estes. Thank you for watching, and War Eagle.